Meet Sandra, a laboratory manager who just received her lab's CLIA competency assessment results. Sandra's just learned that her lab did not meet the documentation requirements established by CLIA. She's got company. Nationally, 1 out of every 4 labs does not meet CLIA requirements for documentation. Competency assessment is also the #1 deficiency cited for labs by the Joint Commission, COLA, and the CAP. Sandra knows her staff performed all of their competency assessment activities and did them well, but her laboratory's documentation didn't provide sufficient proof of that for the inspector. Sandra needs a plan to make sure her competency assessment activities are organized and properly documented so she won't be in this situation again. There are tools for managing competency assessment, including one designed by the CAP. With her free trial of the CAP's tool, Sandra realizes that meeting the 6 elements of CLIA competency could be a lot easier and more organized than what she's doing now. The CAP's tool includes a time-saving feature called Competency Profiles. This feature can help Sandra create distinct profiles for each of her lab's test systems. Each profile can combine applicable courses, checklists, and other activities. When Sandra assigns profiles for her staff to complete, the system takes over, assigning all of the activities within the profile to the selected staff. The system sends the necessary reminders and tracks each person's progress through the competency assessment activities. To stay up to date with who needs to do what and by when, Sandra reviews the Competency Profiles dashboard. But what's the best part? Sandra's documentation issues are solved. As activities get completed and recorded, the results can be compiled into detailed reports for the inspector. With assessments in 11 disciplines, observation checklists, and tools to build custom courses and checklists, Sandra has everything she needs to start building her laboratory's competency profiles. Sandra builds her first profile to document competency assessment in ABO-RH tube testing. First, Sandra creates the initial training activities for the profile. Next, she creates the 6-month assessment for the profile. As she selects the competency assessment activities, she indicates which CLIA procedures apply to each one. The green dots at the top tell Sandra that all 6 CLIA competencies are now addressed. With the 6-month assessment assembled, it's quick work to copy and then modify the activities for this profile's annual assessment. When the ABO-RH tube testing profile is complete, Sandra publishes it and assigns it to appropriate staff members. Because the profile includes 6-month and annual assessments, profile activities are automatically assigned to staff based on the date of the last completed assessment. A flexible report generator allows Sandra to choose how to review her team's progress and to prepare detailed reports for an inspector's visit. Contact us today and get the CAP Competency Assessment Program free trial and try out competency profiles for yourself.